Today I'll be doing a career simulation on Cole Perfetti. Cole Perfetti is a projected top 10 pick in this year's NHL draft. Here he goes 8th overall to the Nashville Predators at 72 overall. He does have that medium elite potential, so looks like it's going to be a good career simulation. In his first season, gets 73 points and is now a 75 overall. Here's some free agents this year. Not the best if I do say so myself. Cole Perfetti, after the summer, is now a 77 overall. Still with that medium elite potential, so that's good. Still has his full contract because he has not played a single game in the NHL yet. Cole Perfetti is now an 80 overall after his last season in the OHL. Put up 66 points in 50 games played. It's pretty good if you ask me. Free agents, don't really know what to say about these free agents. Pretty average, but yeah. Cole Perfetti is now in the NHL on the first line of this Nashville Predators team. He is now 20 years of age and 82 overall. He had 47 points, but is a minus 26 in his first year. So not the best defensive year for him. Hopefully he can improve that with that medium elite potential. Tim Stützle does get the Calder and steals it from him, but that's kind of to be expected. Stützle's probably going to go 3rd overall this season, so yeah. In year 2, Cole Perfetti is going to be 84 overall on the 4th line. 2 years left in that rookie contract. Getting him for really cheap right now. He had 40 points. Carolina ended up winning the Stanley Cup this year. They have a chance in real life this year. Anze Kopitar. Pasta is a free agent this year. That's kind of crazy to me. Perfetti going to go down to an 83 overall on the 4th line. But I didn't show it, but he did get, I think it was around 50 points this season. So he's going to have a big bounce back year. Guarantee it next season. Especially for the overall. Backstrom retiring and Bergeron, along with Henrik Lundqvist on the Leafs nonetheless. Perfetti did jump up to an 86 overall and got a new contract worth $2.65 million for 2 seasons. He got 66 points in 82 games. San Jose Sharks winning the Stanley Cup in this season. I feel like Cole Perfetti should be a sniper because he's getting way more goals than assists, but playoff straight if anyone wants to see it. Huge retiring class this year. Very good retiring class. Perfetti is now an 88 overall on the first line. In this season, he got 87 points in 81 games. So that over a point per game. That's pretty good. There's the top point getters this season. Dallas ended up winning after Sagan won a lot of the trophies for him. Heiskanen, Jay Webb, made-up guy. Phil Kessel retires. Captain Sirius. Price also, yeah, he's pretty good as a free agent. Jack Hughes being an RFA this season, along with 3 medium elite goalies. In year 5, Perfetti signs a $10 million contract for 8 years and is on the first line at 89 overall. He got 81 points in 82 games, so just under a point per game. Jay Webb up there again. Minnesota ended up winning the Stanley Cup. Don't see that ever happening in real life. They're like halfway into the rebuilding and playing stage. So like, and the Devils made it too. So like, again, 2 things that will never happen again. Stamkos, Bergeron retire, and Chabot Holtz free agency. In the 6th year of his career, he is demoted to the 2nd line at 89 overall. Still gets 79 points though. Montreal end up winning the Stanley Cup. I could see that happening in real life. Same with Draisaitl getting a ton of awards. You can also see that happening in real life. Playoff trade, there's the retirees and the free agents. Pretty decent free agents this year, especially Jay Webb guy. Seen him get lots of trophies. Cole Perfetti is now on the 3rd line at 87 overall, starting that decline, but still getting the points. 52 points in 82 games on the 3rd line. I feel like that's pretty good. Here's the top point getters. Typical ones like McDavid. Dallas winning the Stanley Cup. Don't think they can do that this year because the Central Division is pretty tough, even with the new playoff format. Still don't think they've got it. Nashville did not make the playoffs again. Landeskog retiring this year. Connor Hellebuck. Matthews is a free agent as well. Cole Perfetti is now an 84 overall, playing the 3rd line center on the Nashville Predators. He got 71 points in 82 games. Here's the top point getters. Calgary winning the Stanley Cup. Yeah, Dallas had another pretty good year. As you can see, the Predators did make it to the conference final and lose to eventual Stanley Cup champions, the Flames. And the free agents, Matt Murray retiring. He's pretty good, if I do say so myself. Perfetti is now on the fourth line, 85 overall, playing left wing. Still gets 60 points on the fourth line. I feel like that's pretty good. Top point getters, Matthews is up there after testing free agency. Draisaitl, Pasta retiring, and Vasilevsky. So pretty good retiring class. You can see the takeover of the made-up players. Here near 10, I forgot to record, but he was on the fourth line. Still gets 57 points though. There's the top point getters, all the created players there. They did make the playoffs, but got sweet 4-0 in the first round. They're not good in the playoffs. That's all I could give them. Kind of like the Predators in real life, a little bit. Except the Predators just can't convert in the Stanley Cup final. Here he ends up signing an extension with $6.3 million for 4 extra years, even though he's getting paid $6 million, or $10 million right now. He is still on the fourth line. Still dropped 70 points in 82 games though. Gonna be trailing off soon, but Chicago ended up winning the Stanley Cup this year. I feel like he's still got a couple good years in him. Give him like to 35, then he'll probably trail off. They do end up losing in the second round to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, the Chicago Blackhawks. And you want to see the names of the creative players? Here you go. In year 12, Perfetti is going to be on the fourth line at 85. Even though he's on the fourth line, he still gets 88 points this season, over a point per game on the fourth line. I feel like that's deserving of a first line appearance. I mean, like, I would say so, but still no trophies for Perfetti, but he has had a way better career than Dominik Kubalik. They won the draft lottery from a pick that they got from, I don't know what team, but they got a franchise caliber defenseman. We'll see if that helps him in the future in Perfetti's last years. After having over a point per game, Perfetti is awarded and is on the first line. He again has 88 points. So this first line thing's working out for him. That franchise defenseman is growing for him. Get a cup soon. Maybe Perfetti can at least get a trophy. Unlike Dominik, they make it to the conference final but lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champions. I feel like that happens a lot to them, but yeah. So far in his career, he has been very loyal. Maybe he'll retire with them, but there's Strompa Dompa Lompa 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 Lompa. Cole Perfetti is going to be scratched for the start of the season, but he does play 75 games and gets 69 points. Nice. Nashville also end up winning the Stanley Cup in Cole Perfetti's 14th season in the league. He doesn't have any individual awards, but he got some hardware. There's their track to the playoffs, got their 16 wins that they needed to, and we're out of there. Retiree goalies, the players weren't very good, so I didn't include them. After 14 seasons in the league, he is thrown down into the AHL system at 36 years old. He still gets 57 points in the AHL system, but as that is not good enough to get a trophy in this simulation. He does decide to retire with 1,065 points in 1,296 games. Thank you to the comment on the top left for suggesting this player.